What's up, Vintage Wine Club? I am here with the red wine of the month for March of 2021. We are drinking the same producer as the white. We got the Campo Alicamante 2016 Cabernet Sauvignon from the Bolgheri region of Italy. So Bolgheri is actually a sub-region of Tuscany. And it's along the coastline of Tuscany, so there's a lot of ocean influence in these vines to allow a big, beefy grape like Cabernet Sauvignon to show itself in a great light and not almost over-ripen on the vine, but to ripen at a nice, consistent level. What I mean by that is you're going to get a lot of the same flavors that you may be accustomed to in California Cabernets, but instead of it being a 14.5 to 16% alcohol wine, this wine comes in at around 13.5%. It's a little more tame, and because of that, it actually is built to go with food a little bit better. So if you're looking to have that nice steak dinner or gamey meat this month, a pork chop, a duck breast, this could be a great choice. There is some fame behind the Bolgheri region of Tuscany. Bolgheri is the home of the Sassicaia family. If you ever heard of Sassicaia red wine from Italy, this is a wine that was the spearhead of what's called the Super Tuscan movement. What this was a movement of winemakers deciding that there were more grapes than just Sangiovese that grow well in Tuscan soil, the famous Galestro soils of Tuscany that big. So they started planting French grapes like Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Merlot, and Syrah, and lo and behold, the Super Tuscan wine movement was born. These wines in the beginning were not recognized by the DOCG wine accreditation of Italy because they broke the winemaking laws of Tuscany, where at the time said you could only plant Sangiovese. But these winemakers did not care. They were only focused on creating great, complex, age-worthy red wines. And this is a perfect example of that in this 100% Cabernet Sauvignon from the Bolgheri region. So you can tell right off the bat, the color has a nice deep ruby color, similar to that of New World or California Cabernet. So give it a few swirls. The nose is pretty profound. I'm definitely getting some dark berries. A lot of the fruit in old world Italian wines, it's more about what kind of consistency is the fruit in. When we think of California, we think of ripe and jammy fruits. But with a wine like this, I'm getting maybe even slightly ripe to slightly underripe fruit notes, but still getting that red cherry, blackberry, raspberry notes are coming through, a little bit of red plum, a really nice wine in that regard. I'm also getting some minerality. I'm getting a note of a little bit of minerals almost. It smells like it's got some earthiness to it. It smells like the soil a little bit, and that really creates a nice complex flavor to enjoy. Now let's taste it. So right away, that tannin or that dryness sensation that you may get on your palate is certainly there. Again, we are drinking 100% Cabernet Sauvignon, but I'm not getting that same level of burn in my chest. I can tell this is not as high of an alcoholic Cabernet Sauvignon as some are in the New World, but it goes down really smooth, and there's a lot of layers of pepper notes, a little bit of Italian spice. It's a funny thing in Italy, nothing is more true than in Italy of what grows together goes together. I mean, you think of Tuscany, also home of the margherita pizza. A lot of tomato leaf and basil notes tend to come out in the wines, which happen to be just a few miles away from tomato and basil farms. So it's interesting to think of it in that right, how Mother Nature's crop all tends to blend in to the soil together in that regard. But this is a really fantastic wine that I would highly recommend opening a couple hours before consuming, or at least 45 minutes to an hour. I think you'll get the most out of this cab, and we look forward to hearing your feedback on both wines this month the next time you come to the wine bar. So one more time, the red wine for this month for the Vintage Wine Club, the 2016 Campo Alicamante Cabernet Sauvignon from the Bolgheri region of Italy. We look forward to seeing you guys soon. Take care.
And now for the white wine of the month, we are doing our Campo Alicamante Vermentino 2018. So Vermentino is a grape that's grown all over Italy, predominantly in the regions of Sardinia and Liguria. But now we got regions like Toscana, Bolgheri, and even countries like France who are experimenting with this fabulous grape. Okay. Quick story about Vermentino. This is a grape for Sauvignon Blanc lovers. Okay, because you really get that grapefruit characteristic, that nice acidity. Okay, and Vermentino produces wines of medium to low body, nothing over the top. Great introductory wine for people who are getting into white Italian grapes. Okay, so our 2018 Vermentino, upon the color, you should be getting a nice yellow color. Okay, because it is a thin skin grape, you're not going to really get those darker colors like a Chardonnay will. All right, on the nose, you get full of zesty characteristics, lemon zest, a little bit of like that light orange zest. But one of those characteristics that really stand out the most is pineapple, okay? And maybe a little bit of petrol if you want to dive deep into the conversation. Vermentino, upon tasting it, you really get the nice, delicious acidity. Similar to what Sauvignon Blanc has, okay? The acidity tends to be more towards like Albarino lovers as well, if you love those northern Spain Albarenos. And you get that pineapple characteristic in there as well. Nothing over the top, lower alcohol, fantastic wine to enjoy on a nice hot summer or spring day. Pairing wise, I think this wine goes great with traditional roasted or grilled fish. This is a great wine for vegetarian lovers because this complements a lot of vegetarian dishes. Or if you're like me, who likes to experiment outside the boundaries, try enjoying this with a slightly Mexican dish, with a little bit of spice that will just complement the wine and the dish itself. Once again, this white wine of the month is our Campo alle Comete 2018 Vermentino.